This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 70. Back to the future again. Again. Clankety clank, bitch.
What's up, everybody?
How's everybody doing?
I don't know if everybody saw right up front, but we got these sweet new shirts on the T Public store. They got big picture of Brady on them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack the mic one more time.
One more time, just for good measure.
Geez.
Just in case you didn't get it in there enough.
I might not be able to smack it again. I don't know if I got it in me.
Oh man. Yeah, so the Lovin' Strong shirt.
Lovin' Strong shirts came out. They were debuted to Brady today.
Or as some people call it, Big Swole Jesus.
Big Swole Jesus. That's fucking funny.
Oh man. What are you texting? We're doing a show right now.
This is not more important.
I know that. Get your shit together. This is probably the earliest I've had to say it in the show in a long time. Get your shit together.
What happened this week?
Dude, my kids, my three little ones, they Sunday evening got back from going up north with grandma and grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
So Saturday and Sunday, me and the wife we did thank you, Keith. We kind of did nothing. We just kind of lounged around the house, picked up a little bit, but really just kind of took advantage of not having the kids and being able to have a quiet house, which we don't get very often. So, just kind of hung out, and then I mowed the yard on Sunday. That was probably the most excitement, the most hard work I did all weekend.
Did you wear your dad shorts?
I wore basketball shorts. I cannot lie. They're more comfortable, especially in the heat we've been having lately. With the exception of today. Today was a hell of a cooler day. Yeah.
Yeah, today would have been a far better day to mow the lawn for sure.
Hell yeah, dude. It was nice and cool this afternoon, especially, man.
Yeah, even when we went out and took our walk.
Yeah, because we walked a couple times at work during our breaks. And lately, last few weeks, it's been hot as shit.
Yeah.
And it's been humid and grossly humid.
So we feel bad for all the folks out there in California that are, well, even not just out west.
Yeah.
That are just in a dire need of some water. Unfortunately, we have it all.
Yeah.
It won't stop fucking raining here.
Well, it hasn't rained the last few days. So it rained overnight, didn't it?
You see this?
Who's that?
I don't know. Some Misha Tate.
Okay.
From UFC.
Cool.
Yep. So that happened.
Nice.
Yeah. So what was I saying?
I don't know, but that totally threw me off.
Yeah. Fucking
stop fucking with your phone during the show.
Big Joe just fucked me right up.
Yeah. Stop fucking with the show. See, that fucked me up. I said, stop fucking with the show during the.
Yeah. Now you're fucked.
Yeah. Stop. Don't do that ever again. Leave your phone alone.
Completely derailed.
Yeah. Put it on Do Not Disturb.
No, it was on Disturb.
It was on Disturb. Of course it was.
Now I'm disturbed. It is on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, what was I talking about?
You weren't talking about shit.
You were talking about what you did over the weekend. Oh, right. We have all the water.
Yeah.
It has rained here non-fucking stop. It's humid as fuck all the time. We have mosquitoes big enough to carry you away. Oh, dude, the
mosquitoes are killing me, man. They're fucking murderous. I have crack blood to mosquitoes. So they get a piece, they just want to keep coming back for more. It's ridiculous. They're fiends. They're fiends. Oh, what's up, Casey?
Yeah,
Casey
they're.
Rimmer in the chat, dude.
I see that.
Nice.
I
nice.
see that. Hey, Casey.
Thanks for joining us.
There is now Ron's like, look at your phone. He probably sent me a message just because you said don't
I know,
touch your
because
phone.
Ron, but it's it's your fault though. You shouldn't have been
He's a
fucking with your
bad
phone.
person.
Well, you shouldn't have been fucking with your phone in the first place. So it's all go back to you. Trying to put this shit on other people.
Jeez. I can't believe you right now.
I don't even believe myself.
We got to take the last road trip we'll take with Mikey before he leaves for the Navy.
Oh,
this
yes,
past
you,
weekend.
the wife, and the boy.
Yep. So we went up north. We went to a place where we used to vacation when the kids were little. We went on a bunch of tours of boats. Nice. I got to go into a.
Did you do any fishing on these boats?
No fishing.
No fishing on the boats.
We went into a World War II submarine.
Yeah, I seen some of the pictures. That was pretty dope.
Coast
Going
Guard
submarines
boat,
are always fun,
right?
I've been on a submarine before, and a deactive submarine, but it was still a fucking sweet ass time.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to live on one.
No.
Oh my god, that would suck.
Yeah, it's so tiny.
Yeah, it's not it's
so
not for
tiny.
people of my size.
What else did I do? I went to a restaurant that made me fucking angry. We were
Oh yeah.
We were on our way home and we're like, oh, we're gonna stop at this restaurant, because it's conveniently located. And it came with some high reviews. We went in there, we ordered our appetizer. We waited for about 25 minutes for the appetizer, and then we waited another hour and then about hour and 20 minutes for our entree.
That's fucking ridiculous, dude.
And
fuck that.
I almost would have been all right with it, except for about halfway through our wait, there was a shitty live band that showed up to play out on the patio, and all the waitresses and shit would leave the door open
so you could hear them.
So, and I mean, like, it's literally the door's 10, 12 feet behind my back.
Yes.
And like, I'm listening to this guy botch 3 doors down and stupid shit like that, where I was so fucking annoyed by the time we finally got our food. And like, I ordered a hamburger. Mind you, this is an upscale place.
Right.
Order my hamburger, and it's one of those formed frozen patties. That, and my wife's like, well, maybe they made the patty. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. For $16, the motherfucker better be in the back like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just, I think
it was not a good dining experience.
No, I think we spent $75 on that meal, and the 3 of us had sandwiches.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
It was inappropriate.
That. You're not fully clean until you're Sith fully clean.
Sith fully clean.
Hell yeah. Dragon Buddy says so.
I agree.
It's the way it's got to be.
What else was going down this week?
My week was kind of eventful. We hung out low.
It was eventful or not eventful?
We were low hanging fruit at my house. We weren't doing nothing, man. We were just chilling, enjoying the peace and quiet.
That's really good for you, though.
Yeah, and we needed it. So my wife was working on her schoolwork a lot, and we would just chill in the living room and watch TV, and she'd work on her schoolwork, and we just hung out.
Yep. Well, shit, that's good.
Hell yeah.
Mikey leaves for the Navy on Tuesday.
Oh, how do you feel about that, Dad?
I'm okay with it. I know he'll be all right. It's just going to be a different thing.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about the fact that I'm not going to be responsible for him anymore.
Right.
Tuesday is literally the moment where I'm no longer responsible for a child.
Right. Right. It's going to be different, dude.
I don't have to make sure there's food for him, or
you're just going to be living for you and mama.
Right.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm going to gut everything out of his room and burn it.
Right. Oh, sacrifice.
Well, you have to, because it's all gross. It's covered in teenager grossness.
That's awesome.
It all
you should have a dance and a ritual around the fire as you do it.
I'm not sure if I took that carpet to the dump, if they would accept it.
Probably not.
Proscom, thanks. He should have joined the Air Force. That was what I was pushing him towards, and I think that's why he didn't join the Air Force.
Probably.
At one point, he was going to join the Marines, and I had to fight and fight and fight and fight to make that go away.
Yeah, that wasn't. I didn't want him to do that one.
And then every time I'd turn around, he'd start talking about going to the Marines again, and I'm like, "I'll stab you."
And he did. I watched him. It was awesome.
It was hard to talk him out of that, because what it was is a couple of the guys that he grew up with were going into the Marines.
Right.
So they, and then the one comes from like a third or fourth generation Marine family.
Yeah.
So he spent all this time talking about how they're, it's
so gung ho and magical.
Yeah, somehow it's more honorable to serve, and it's just blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole jarhead thing.
It happens.
We went through that, but he leaves for the Navy on Tuesday.
Hey, he's making a good decision joining the military. He's going to do all right, man.
I
really think for your boy, it's going to be the best place for him. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So I'm excited for him, dude. I think that's great.
Yep.
My boy's eventually joining the Air Force. It's just a matter of he wants to wait till the fall. Mm-hmm. He wants to have his summer and do that. And I'm cool with that. But much more than that, I don't want him to have. Yeah. I'm like, no,
well, the longer
do your thing. The longer it is, the harder.
Yeah.
I think it gets.
Yep. And then, he runs the risk of bumping into a vagina and getting something pregnant, and then be like, well, I can't leave now. I got a baby on the way, all that shit. And then
shoot him.
Next thing you know, he's working at the movie theater, slinging popcorn, trying to make ends meet.
Slinging popcorn and butter, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, you want some of this butter on your popcorn?
Working 2 jobs, one at the Sitco and one at fucking the movie theater.
Nice. The Sitco.
The Sitco. So
not even a 7-Eleven. That's fucked up.
Right?
Not even a Buddy's.
No, Sitco.
Sitco.
The shithole gas station.
It's fucking awful.
Uh-huh. So one thing that happened, is it last week or the week before?
I don't know what happened. So
I went and seen Black Widow.
Yeah.
And you still have not.
Correction, motherfucker. I've seen half of it.
Oh, that's right. You fell asleep.
I wasn't too impressed with it.
No?
No, I mean, it's all right, but I wasn't in the mind frame to watch it. Like, I gave up on the movie before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
They screwed around with me too long on a character I really don't have a strong attachment to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it was a character I cared more for, I'd be all about it, but it's just not a character I really cared that much about.
Okay.
They waited too damn long, man. They waited too damn long.
That's fair. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit.
Do you see why it was necessary to wait as long as they did? Having watched the movie?
No.
I don't get it.
They were just waiting on trying to get their big box office money.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is fucking ridiculous. So
and I agree with Jason Roscom to a degree. Prequels are stupid. I knew the outcome of, like, I knew she was going to make it through.
Right.
So it's like, I don't really.
Yeah. Most of the time when you're going back and doing backstory for somebody, it's going to fall a little flat.
Right. Right.
The only way to really do that is like, kind of the way that Lucas did the prequels. They took place so much earlier that they literally took place an entire generation earlier.
Right.
If you're going to do a backstory.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
And I'm not defending the prequels because they're not great.
I enjoy the prequels.
Well, yeah,
I enjoy them. We've had that conversation.
It's true.
We're on different sides of the fence. It's okay.
My official opinion is that Black Widow is good and worth watching.
Yeah. And my official opinion is I fell asleep halfway through it.
But you have a whole month to finish watching it.
I do have a whole month, and maybe we'll get there. Maybe not.
Let's see what else. Oh, I'm watching that movie Tomorrow War.
I tried to find it on fucking Netflix the other day, and it wasn't.
It's not on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Well, that's why I couldn't see it.
It's definitely not on Netflix.
Yeah, well, that's why I couldn't find it.
Well, anyway.
I didn't know that. I thought it was a Netflix movie.
No. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's fucking good.
fucking ridiculous.
I gotta finish watching it because I was falling asleep, but it was, to be fair, it was late as shit.
Okay. It
Um,
just wasn't a bad movie.
no.
Okay.
You know what else I started watching this week? Fucking kind of blew my mind.
What's that?
F is for Family.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
No.
It's Bill Burr
Yeah.
doing a cartoon, like an American Dad style cartoon,
Right.
and it's fucking funny.
You are the second or third person to tell me to check that out.
It's really fucking funny.
Yeah, you're the second or third person to tell me to check it out.
Super inappropriate.
Yes, that's the best kind. Those are the best kind of
Like,
cartoons.
Yeah, you definitely can't watch it when the kids are around.
Hell yeah. That's for me. That's not for them.
It's super fucking funny.
What are you looking at?
I was thinking. I finished watching The Nevers.
I don't even remember you talking about watching The Nevers, but I believe you. See, we can get right past it. Maybe that's why you never brought it up.
I've never brought it up because I was super excited about it at the beginning, showed a lot of promise. And by the end, I was like,
Yeah, see?
So that's where I'm at with watching stuff.
That's how.
Is there anything new you're watching?
What am I watching? I've been going back to old shit. I went back to the Trailer Park Boys for a little bit because that inspired me a little bit with the whole Trailer Park Boys versus Letterkenny.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me want to watch it a little bit. So I plugged that in a little bit. What did I watch? I watched because of Loki, I watched Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a good one.
It's a good movie.
The visuals are so tripped out.
Mm-hmm.
The whole folding in and that shit's all prism. It was cool.
I'm looking forward to the new one.
Yeah. I can't wait. After Loki, dude, I can't freaking wait for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that and the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, just feed this baby bird.
So, and we are going to recap the new Loki here in a few minutes. So we'll get into why we were excited about getting back into.
Hector said Tomorrow War is awesome.
Tomorrow War is awesome.
And Just Jen, she said it's a good popcorn movie. So, because she was the one who recommended it to everybody.
Dragon Buddy says, I do need a Lovin' Strong shirt.
Well, you can get yourself a Lovin' Strong shirt if you go to tpublic.com.
Yep.
Search ATSW the Escape Pod.
Yeah, what he said.
So good.
You can find us as always on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. Check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent podcasts, like From a Certain Point of View, who spent this last episode recapping the end of the Loki series. And they had Nicole on from Peace, Love, Star Wars.
Nice.
And Star Wars Journey with Ashley and Brandy talking about their first impression of Rebels.
And they weren't impressed.
Well, I haven't got to that part of the episode. I've been listening to it today.
Right.
I
was caught off guard by their impression.
Yep. Lunar Girl was live at the beginning.
It was awesome, dude. First, last week it was you, and then this week it was her. And I was like, oh, I know
she's
these
famous.
people. I know these people. It's so cool. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
All in all, I like to believe that Ashley and Brandy are going to warm up to Rebels.
I think they will.
Because
I think they will.
My personal opinion is it's a better show than.
And this dude did not
Wars.
do cartoons.
Right.
At all.
Once you get into season 2, it becomes like for real show.
Yeah, I agreed.
And it leaves Clone Wars in the dust. My opinion.
Ooh.
Shoot me if I'm wrong.
Ooh, hot takes here on the Escape Pod. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW the Escape Pod, all one word.
For those of you that are listening right now on YouTube, you've already done that.
You've already done that. You're
Good
ahead of
for
it.
you.
You're
Good
ahead
for
of it. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Please join us at patreon.com. Search ATSW the Escape Pod in the search creator bar to support our show and get in on the exclusive Escape Crate, just like DJ did last week.
Hell yeah. One of our newest Patreon members.
Patreon.
Members. Yes. Please visit our store on tpublic.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod and make sure you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, and tote bags, in addition to sweet t-shirts and hoodies.
Sweet.
They are the
T-shirt.
sweetest t-shirts and hoodies.
They are. And, we were talking about today in the shop, we were talking about these new shirts, and one of the bosses came up and goes, those look like nice, soft shirts.
Yeah.
And we're like, bro, they're nice, soft shirts.
Yeah, get one. Get yourself an Escape Pod shirt.
Yep. Follow us at ATSW The Escape Pod on Instagram and at The Escape Pod on Twitter, and join the ATSW Escape Pod Facebook group.
And you said our Instagram handle wrong.
I did.
It's ATSW
_
The Escape Pod.
Yes, The Escape Pod.
Get
The
your shit
underscore
together.
is important.
It is very important, man. Without it, nothing works.
Yeah.
It all falls apart.
I certainly don't work.
I'm not even working right now because you fucked it up.
I'm going to shout out the chat real quick.
Hell yeah, dude. Do that, brother.
Lunar Girls in the chat. Dragon Buddies in the chat. Hector Rivera's in the chat. Jason Roscom's in the chat. Casey Rimmert's in the chat. She's hasn't been on in quite a while, but we're happy to have her.
Hell yeah.
Ron Old Man Johnson's in the chat.
Old Man Johnson. Maybe he's gone. I think he's gone.
Oh, he's just in and out.
He's
sometimes.
an in and out kind of guy.
That's what Marcy Darcy says.
Oh shit.
Layman's Terms is in the chat. Keith. DJ Red 4 is in the chat. Just Jen is in the chat. I imagine Jess is close by. He usually is.
If not, he likes to make it. He likes to make a grand entrance.
Yeah, he'll come by and say something poignant at some point, and then it'll be like, "There, I said it."
I'm
He'll
here,
dip out.
bitches.
The Frank is in the chat. What's up?
Who's the Frank?
I don't know, but he's the Frank.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the show. Glad to have you.
Let's be frank.
Let's be frank with the Frank.
You want to get into the shout outs?
Oh, shout outs. First and foremost, always got to give a shout out to the Sidebar Cantina. That is the mothership. That is Dave and Jason. That is the New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies doing their thing. They just had their last episode Monday, and they were talking. Oh my God, I just brain farted what the fuck they were talking about.
They just did a recap of the last few episodes of the
Bad Batch. Oh my God. I was thinking Metallica again. For some reason, I was thinking they did Metallica again. I don't know. Oh, the Frank is a big Back to the Future fan.
Good.
Oh, nice.
So is Brady. He's a epic Back to the Future fan.
Yeah. So hope you enjoy our show, dude. Next, let's talk about Use and Abuse with Kim and Scott doing their things, doing their twofers on Tuesday, if you will, doing it at 5 a.m. and doing one later on in the evening. Been doing the 5 a.m. ones about racing, and then they finished their second part of their Kiss.
Is that what the show was about?
Yeah, they were doing Kiss.
I was once again super busy. They catch me right in the middle of a bunch of shit every time.
It happens, dude. It happens. And we're all doing podcasts, and it's just that, and sometimes we're just busy, man. Fucking life happens. Next, check out Big Swede for Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede Reacts on YouTube. And oh my God, I'm gonna burp. Hold on, sorry, Swede.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Oh damn.
Oh Dameron.
Oh Dameron?
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with Swede.
It doesn't matter. Like that's some interstellar shit. That's some Oh Dameron.
Well, you know, it felt uncomfortable. The way it kind of belched, it kind of hopped. It kind
you
of
burped up some
out.
Razy Diddley.
That just doesn't sound good. That sounds very inappropriate, my friend. Very inappropriate. So yeah, Big Swede. Check out that dude.
Definitely. Patreon shout outs: Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Todd Lovin, Jen and Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, DJ Red 4, Richie the King Armbruster, Kristen Roscom, Ron Old Man Johnson, Backyard TARDIS, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsors the Escape Crate.
Which we're getting close.
Yeah, we are going to be drawing the Escape Crate next week.
Oh, man.
And that means that you got to start working on a cup.
I've been coming up with a couple ideas. I'll talk to you offline about what you think.
And we're going to have to start putting together the things that we're going to send out, because I mean, we've got a couple things put
We got
together.
some good stuff though. We've already got some good, like if you count the cup that everybody knows is coming in the escape crate,
Mm-hmm.
and you count some of the little things, and the one thing you showed me before the show.
Yep. And then
I mean,
the custom T-shirt that goes out with it.
It's a.
Yep. And then your dad is on his 3rd month, so he's getting a T-shirt this month too.
Maybe I don't like him that much.
I think you do.
I do. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
I've known you to be a fan of him.
Well, you know.
Well,
oh, did you see what Luna Girl said? Our unboxing video must be sitting in the hole with episode 150 part 2.
The hole
that hurts feelings.
The hole that your unboxing video is sitting in is somewhere near Jess's computer.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to blame the
Well, we can't blame him for much.
No, not a whole no, but the CGI.
Yeah.
If the CGI, it takes some time sometimes. So I'll blame him for the length of the CGI.
Jen says that there's been technical difficulties with the software.
Oh man.
This is I feel that in my nuggets. I've also been experiencing software difficulties lately. Hey, Eric Dub Williams in the chat.
Oh, what's up, Dub?
Thanks.
I was just trying to help you out.
I forgot all about him.
I can tell.
Am I yelling into the mic?
No, I turned and noticed your things weren't dangling.
Oh, I appreciate you.
You need your things dangling for the show.
I need my danglers.
You got to have them dangles.
Well, that being said, that video will get processed when it can get processed, and we'll draw next week for the new one.
Hell yeah.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
And
I went back today and listened to episode 22, which was Back to the Future.
Did we have movie time in there?
We had movie time in there.
Okay.
And it was so good. You know what we didn't have in there? Sports.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have a sports one. It wasn't
that's early in movie time. That means that movie
time is one of the first ones we got.
We've had the movie time clip approximately for 50 episodes.
An approximate. I'll have to keep. It wasn't in episode 12 because episode 12 is Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Episode 22 is Back to the Future again, and then this one is episode 70. Back to the Future again. I love it.
All right, movie news. Jamila Jamil confirmed she will be starring in the new Marvel She-Hulk Disney Plus series. Are you familiar with her?
The name sounds familiar. You probably have to point me in the direction.
Have you seen The Good Place?
No.
Well, that'd be the thing that I'd always point to.
I'll look her up.
She's a Indian woman. She's very, very good actress.
Okay.
Really attractive.
Nice. Haley Atwell is in Doctor Strange 2 as Captain Carter.
Yeah, so I mean that was kind of to be expected, but Haley Atwell is just a really good presence in a film.
Yeah.
As we know, the new Star Trek movie's happening. And we now know that Chris Pine and his crew will be returning as well. So we're looking at exactly the same group of people.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I've been on record many a time. I like the Star Trek films. I have some reverence for the old TV show, the William Shatner TV show. And my grandma used to watch the Next Generation.
My mom and dad were big Next Generation people. I remember that being a staple of our house.
So I know quite a bit of I'm familiar with a lot of the episodes.
Right.
But as far as me ever saying in public in front of people that I'm a Star Trek fan, that's never going to happen.
Me neither, dude.
I mean, I'll watch the movies and I'll be like, oh yeah, this one's pretty good. But I think that has more to do with the fact that in general, I'm a science fiction fan.
Right. Right.
than give any shits about particularly Star Trek.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that since Gene Roddenberry wasn't writing the content, the quality of Star Trek stories definitely suffers.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, good enough. Yeah.
Oh, did you say Backyard TARDIS earlier? Or did he just show up?
No, he just got here.
Nice. What's
Well,
up, Backyard TARDIS?
what's up,
Thanks
buddy?
for joining, dude.
How did the cool ignition setup go? He got called out to work on this car ignition. Said it wouldn't work. And he got there, the whole steering column was tore apart and the ignition locks hanging.
Oh my God.
What a cluster.
Holy shit, dude.
The stuff that he shows up for.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to deal with that. Holy shit.
That's the job. That's who pays the bills. Stupid people.
Jeez. Game of Thrones reported Flea Bottom spinoff canceled.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I didn't know there was. And then I think of Red Hot Chili Peppers when I see Flea.
Flea Bottom.
Yeah, I think of him drumming in a tube sock.
Yeah, see?
Because that's what he does.
Or
and
playing
that's
the
his
bass.
Flea Bottom. Yeah, he's
with his little bald head, you know?
Yeah, just spinning out crazy.
Trying to give it away.
Give it away now. Yeah.
So if you were excited about that, sorry about that. You're not going to get a Game of Thrones spinoff, which I didn't understand why they were going to do anyway.
Yeah.
At some point, same thing with The Walking Dead. They made that Walking Dead spinoff, and they go 2 seasons only because they tried to make it go 2 seasons. But like that was just beating a dead horse.
Right.
They weren't going to reclaim the heyday of Walking Dead. That's not still on, right?
Yeah, it's going. Well, the 11th season is the last season.
No, the Fear
of the Walking Dead. Yeah,
that's still on too.
Yeah,
holy shit!
Oh, reach it.
11 people watch that show.
Hey, it's got enough people watching it to where they keep making it.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Well, that's almost everything that AMC is doing now.
Yeah.
If it's not zombies, AMC is not in charge.
They ain't gonna deal with that shit.
So this was big news. Kevin Smith announced that next month they'll begin filming Clerks 3.
Yeah.
Like that's huge news for us Kevin Smith fans.
I'm excited about it. Bring that shit on. We've been waiting a while. It's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, nope.
I can't remember what happened. It was like maybe somebody like New Line or somebody like that bought it from the Weinstein Company.
Oh, okay.
And then got a hold of Kevin and said, "Hey, do you still want to do this?"
Nice.
And he's like, "Fuck yeah, right,
Hell
I do."
Yeah, do it, baby.
And so boom, there it goes.
This one excites me. Really tickles my undercarriage. Disney confirms that The Mandalorian season 3 has begun production. Yeah, that makes me feel good in all the right places.
Yeah, because we were all worried not too long ago that
it wouldn't start filming until next year.
Yeah, because nothing had happened so far, and everybody was just shitting bricks. Like, oh, they're going to do this whole Boba thing, and they're not going to be ready for Mandalorian until after that. Apparently, that is not the case.
Hell yeah! Frank says snooch to the motherfucking nooch. Hell yeah!
Backyard TARDIS. Oh, the original series. I'm like, what's TOS? Forgive me.
It happens, dude. Sometimes you're not there. You just look. There's like a comment. You're like, "Baba, what happened?"
Right.
Boom.
So I sent you this stuff, and you specifically said that you have no affinity for it because you've never seen the movies.
Yeah. So read it.
So
people know.
Dune, or the makers of the new Dune film, released 8 character posters showing off the look of the upcoming characters.
I know. And this dude sent me the link to it. And he's like, you need to check these out. We're going to talk about it on the show. And I'm like, these don't mean anything to me.
So how did you feel about the pictures of Duncan, Idaho?
What? Exactly. That's not where potatoes come from.
That made me so happy. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You never saw the original movie."
Yeah, so like I had it meant nothing to me. I was
Right.
like, here's a picture of actors.
And a little bit of the backstory on that is when they started working on this movie, I told Brady that we're going to have to do a show on it, but I wanted him to go in seeing this movie
And not the
a
original
virgin
one.
because I didn't want him to watch the dated David Lynch version and go, bro, that's just not for me, and then go into this one kind of sour on the whole deal. Fucking Wes is in the chat. What's going on, Wes?
What's up, Scorpion King?
So he's saving himself a Dune virgin for this new remake, and then we'll go back and we'll talk about the old one.
Maybe.
Oh, we will.
Oh, maybe.
We're doing Back to the Future again. We can do Dune again.
Don't even try to. No, we're not going to compare that shit.
All right.
How fucking dare you?
Moving on. Or we're not moving on.
No, I'm
apparently.
going to move on. don't look at me like
you
that.
don't look like you're moving on.
I'm ready to move on, but I don't need you looking at me like that. Blinking your fucking eyes. I will poke your eyeballs. 2 fingers. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Will Ferrell revealed as the ghost of Christmas Present in Ryan Reynolds' Scrooge musical.
I can't believe how excited this made me. I did not know they were doing a Ryan Reynolds led Scrooge movie.
I want to know what it's rated.
It better be at least PG-13.
It has to be PG-13.
What was the original Scrooge with Bill Murray? What was that, PG-13 or was it PG?
I think it's PG-13.
It was. If it was PG, it was that weird 1980s PG that shouldn't have been PG.
It should have been PG-13.
There's boobs in that movie.
So it had to have been PG-13.
Not necessarily.
I'll look it up, dude.
There was they had all kinds of weird rules about, but they couldn't say fuck. They could say shit and they could show boobs and all kinds of stuff. But the second you said fuck, it made
PG-13,
it
1988.
Okay, good. This will probably be PG-13. Either way, Ryan Reynolds is gonna make it all better, which is hard to say because that movie's almost perfect.
It's good stuff. But this is going to be a musical on top of that,
right?
So I'm intrigued to see how they handle that.
Yeah. Gal Gadot will be reprising her role in Wonder Woman 3. Surprise, surprise.
Right, like we didn't expect that if there was to be a sequel. Now,
I will say, and we didn't really talk about it a shit ton on this movie or on this show, Wonder Woman 2 was not fantastic.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't like it was horrible
no, but it didn't hold up to the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was so much better.
Yeah, for sure. The chat is all in agreement that Dune's awesome. Well, not everybody, but they're all talking about it.
I'm not saying it's not. I haven't seen it. I can't talk on it.
Fair enough.
Can't speak on it.
Up.
I'm bad. Get over here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Shortly after its announcement, the Switch Steam Deck has scalpers already offering the Steam Deck for about $5,000 on eBay. So I found out a lot more about what the Steam Deck is today.
Right.
Steam Deck is essentially very much like a Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
But it plays computer-based Steam video games.
Okay.
So do you have a Steam account?
Nope.
Okay. So people who don't know what that is, there's a system online that you can buy video games in and stream them from this interface. And it's called Steam.
I knew that much.
Okay. So they've created a handheld gaming system like the Switch. Things that I don't know. I don't know if it hooks up to your TV so that you can play it normal style. I don't know if it hooks to a keyboard in any way, so I don't know how you would play a video game that requires a keyboard.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know if it has stuff to run like microphone systems or Bluetooth headphones or anything like that. Like, I just don't know all that shit. It does have a really powerful processing system. It has tons of RAM. It has, for a handheld device, it's a pretty powerful little dude. It comes in 3 flavors. One is like I want to say 56 gigs. One is like 256 or something, and then the other one is like 512.
The 512 is going to be the one to go for.
The 512 is like $700.
That's stupid.
So there is some chatter about the way the controllers or the controller portion of it is made and whether or not the ergonomics of it are going to feel real good. So stay tuned. Like, don't rush out there and pre-order one because this just happened today and I don't know how many people have even got their hands on this thing yet. It seems kind of strange to me that out of fucking nowhere, this company that doesn't make consoles drops a handheld console.
That's kind of similar to what Backyard TARDIS is saying. He's seen people need to hold their horses about the Steam Deck because Steam has a history of making really bad hardware.
That is the truth. This is the second or third attempt they've made.
Yeah.
Now, I saw pictures of it. It looks pretty all right. The first one is supposed to be out in December, which I believe is the mid-grade one. And you won't even be able to get the bargain one or the Big Daddy one until 2022 sometime. So, let's not get too excited. But cool. Just the same.
Yeah.
Any competition in the market's always good.
Right. Agreed. I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. Sorry. I got a big one to read, but I was reading the chat, man. Netflix is looking to enter the video game market. A data miner by the name of Steve Mozar looked into the Netflix app, revealing many interesting details. Of these, the 2 most notable seem to suggest that the service will be adding support for the DualSense controller. But even more interesting is the fact that an image of Ghost of Tsushima was found within the app.
Close enough.
I don't give a fuck.
It is pretty interesting. Once again, you're talking about the same kind of thing. Steam is going ahead and coming out and making a handheld device, which is something they know very little about. Netflix is like, hey, we're going to do video games now.
Yeah,
they haven't even made an announcement yet.
I'll wait.
They're building the back infrastructure and somehow it leaked out.
Yeah, I'll wait.
So I'm assuming that is going to function like
that was not close enough.
I
don't care.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Sesame Seed.
Yes, Sesame Seed.
Ghost of Sesame Seed.
I'm assuming that this is going to work like GameFly or whatever. Where you can rent video games, but I wouldn't hold your breath for anything spectacular to happen. There won't be a new Star Wars game at EA Play Live this year. This also lends to something we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The
pirate version of Resident Evil Village improves performance due to a large DRM, digital rights management system, on the completed Capcom version.
Yeah, so that's something that gamers have been... I knew there was a mosquito in here. You son of a bitch.
Settle down.
Gamers have been kind of pissed off about for the last, 10 years of gaming or so.
Right.
Video game companies are releasing these games and they have these massive programs that are set up to keep you from stealing their software, essentially, but it breaks their fucking games. And, hackers have time and time again proven that if you take that overhead off, the game runs better. Well, there was a pirated version of this game that runs clean.
Nice.
So I wonder how much of that was what fucked up Cyberpunk 2077.
Right.
Because that game was a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Well, you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do it.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
Boom. Boom is right. Boom is right.
Interest in the upcoming Summer Olympics seems to be at an all-time low this year. On-air personalities point to COVID protocols as reason.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about how as they're polling people's opinion, public opinion, people are just like, oh, okay.
Right. I'm not, and I'm a big Olympics person, and I'm not really like, so many people have already been getting booted out because of COVID and shit like that. It's just like, it's just not going to be the same.
Like, did you hear about the Olympian that was going, she was blind maybe blind and deaf, and she had a handler that helped her negotiate the world,
right?
And the Olympic committee over in Japan was like, no, you can't bring her. She's like, well, I can't come then.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Just shit like that. There's just a ton of that. And I think public opinion is just starting to wane on the Olympics.
Right.
With the internet being what it is, we're kind of exposed to whatever we want wherever in the world.
Yeah.
Whereas 10, 20, 30 years ago, like the Olympics was when you got to see kind of what was going on in other cultures and blah, blah, blah. People are just less interested.
Yeah.
I do still like the Winter Olympics to an extent. I like the downhill skiing and the
I
luge
still like the
stuff.
Summer Olympics. I like the Olympics. I'm a fan. I watch. I go Team America, go Team USA. Like, I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. But I'm just, with the whole COVID and shit, it's just kind of worn me down, and I'm just not looking forward to. I'm not feeling that. Not just America, but other people aren't having their best athletes there because, COVID stopped them because of, rightfully so, because of these protocols and stuff like that. I get it, but it just, I feel like we're cheating the athletes themselves too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree to that. So next order of business is fuck Aaron Rodgers. Just in general,
sometimes
fuck Aaron Rodgers.
You bring it out.
He has been in the news almost every other day for the past 4 or 5 fucking months because he doesn't want to play for the Packers no more.
It happens.
It's been non-fucking stop. The guy's an asshole anyway. I've not cared for him for, I don't know, years now. But this shit is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're still in a contract, do your fucking job and quit fucking whining.
It's true.
I really have a problem with these athletes when they sign up for a deal and then halfway through the deal, they're like, we don't like this deal no more.
Well, I agree with you. And at the same time, though, coaches, their deals seem to be like they don't even sign a deal.
Yeah.
The coaches just seem like we can get up and fucking move and go wherever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want. Forget the fact that I just signed a 7-year contract.
Right.
I'm just going to go.
Yep. That is very true. That is very true.
In the NBA Finals, the Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Phoenix Suns 4-2 to win that series. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can't pronounce his last name that well. He was a NBA Finals MVP, so pretty sweet.
You see the glass of whiskey I just poured?
That's pretty.
I'm gonna have.
Don't you do it? Just.
I'm not drinking all that.
Oh, then you making a mess like that.
Yeah.
Oh, boo! He made a mess.
I had to make a more manageable glass.
You poured it back in the
It
glass.
was it was a 5-shot glass of whiskey.
Yeah, it was, buddy.
That was a bit.
You were
much.
about to go to a place.
It was a bit much. It was a bit much. We were about to have a different kind of show, folks.
Oh shit.
So that's what's going on with basketball. I got this thing that my buddy sent me about baseball today, though, that I shared with you earlier. I thought was super cool.
Oh yeah.
Where is it? There it is. Shohei Ohtani, of the LA Angels. Are they still in LA?
Yep.
Okay. LA Angels. Received $150,000 for participating in a home run derby. After he received his money, he handed out checks to 30 of the Angels employees to thank them for their work. That's just class. You don't see that every day.
I love it.
These guys make
love it.
millions and millions of dollars, and then they just walk away with it. And then the guy that makes $12 an hour to clean his toilets doesn't get shit.
Right.
So I like that.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigator reporting on the planet.
What was that?
I don't know. I looked at the button and my brain
looks tasty.
My brain just didn't know what to do with the button.
Yeah,
I just stared at it.
Like it was a tasty treat.
You a tasty button. Going back, Wes is like, I'm starting to hate football players that bitch about their Madden ratings. It gets updated every week. Here's an idea: play better.
It's true.
It's true.
Kingpin reportedly returning in both MCU and Sony projects, according to We Got This Covered.
I saw this with the guy's picture that played Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio. He did it. He was. Yeah.
But there was nothing in the article that said Vincent D'Onofrio was playing Kingpin.
Just Kingpin coming back.
Right. So
got it.
Grain of salt.
You never know. They could find somebody totally out there where I'm like, oh, this guy kills it even better.
Yeah. I doubt it, but
you never know.
Still.
The dude who voiced him in Spider-Verse,
yeah.
I enjoyed that voice.
Yep. The only thing I don't like about it, or didn't like about that, is they drew Kingpin so big.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like shockingly large. Yeah. I even liked Vin Rames as Kingpin.
Yeah, I did. And the Daredevil?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good.
Ghost Rider rumored to team up with Blade and the Punisher in upcoming MCU projects.
Nice. I'm down for it.
I remember seeing not too long ago a potential pick that they had for Ghost Rider, but it's completely gone.
Yeah. IO Interactive is working on a 007 game thought to be a stealth heavy action game.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So
I'm down.
I'm assuming it's going to be like the 007 game was
mixed in with Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Without the multiplayer
aspect of it.
Yeah. A small scale Star Wars shooter through EA has been scrapped. So that's now a few Star Wars projects at EA that have been dusted, which is what we were alluding to earlier.
Yep.
It looks like EA is pretty much getting revoked of their rights to work on Star Wars properties.
Yeah. No.
So I'm all for that.
Metroid Prime trilogy is done, but Nintendo isn't ready to release it just yet. Still some quality control issues.
You probably never played those games, did you?
I dabbled in them. I didn't really get very far because I was not good at them.
Those games were designed to play with the Wii Nunchuck and Wii Remote setup. So I imagine converting the motion controls that were built into that into working with the Switch, there's some struggle there.
Right.
So
Jason Rossum says it's high time that Bethesda gets to make some Star Wars games.
I don't know if I agree with you because now Bethesda is exclusively Xbox.
Oh, they are exclusive to Xbox?
Well, the last 2 games that they've announced have been exclusive Xbox games.
Yeah, but Star Wars, the brand wouldn't let them do that.
Which is why I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that fucking Microsoft hijacked Bethesda. I think they made an offer that they couldn't refuse, and they're going to be bummed out that their sales aren't as good as they think.
They got their money. They don't give a fuck.
It's true. It's true. Very true.
Oh,
Jason says, and fuck Sony. Yeah, you're right, Jason. Microsoft bought Bethesda, which means that all they're going to do is drive Bethesda into the fucking ground.
Maybe.
I'm okay.
Mr. Blinky Blinky
I
Blink.
said good day, sir.
Oh, blinky blink blink blink.
Oh, I'm having a stroke.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the Bad Batch. You
Hell
ready?
yeah. Episode 12.
Yeah, episode 12. We are we're rounding third base here in the Bad Batch.
Yeah, we are.
We're
'cause
looking
going
at home.
16.
Yep.
16 episodes.
Yep. Bad Batch, episode 12, Rescue on Ryloth. Written by Jennifer Corbett, directed by Nathaniel Villanueva.
Villanueva.
I don't know why that's so hard for me to say.
It happens, bro.
While the Imperials search for Hera, she contacts Omega and asks for the Bad Batch to help her rescue her parents. Hunter does not think such a mission would be worth the risk, but Omega convinces him to intervene and reminds him that that's what soldiers do.
It is what soldiers do.
It is.
Because you know what? That's what she'd do for her brothers.
It's the truth.
Hit him right in the fucking feels.
It did. And they did a really good job showing Hunter buckle.
Yeah.
He was big tough guy, and she was sweet and honest, and he was like, fuck.
You suck. Hera, Omega, Tech, and Wrecker attack the new Imperial refinery on Ryloth as a distraction while Echo and Hunter free Cham, Alini, and the other freedom fighters. In order to cause a distraction, the girls steal an Imperial shuttle and use it to take out the autocannons. And Tech and Wrecker lay siege on the refinery.
One of my favorite parts of this whole scene is when Hera's talking about how good she's flying or something like that. And Tech is like, yeah, you're really unpredictable and unorthodox flight pattern. Some shit.
Really, it's
confusing them and us.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking crack me up.
I enjoyed the art. It's not camera work, but I enjoyed the way it followed the ship, the movement of what I was seeing and how it was following the ship, and the ship was coming across and around the screen. I thought it looked really cool. The visuals on this was awesome.
I thought was really great about that is when the Imperial shuttle lifted off and she moved it. It in a way that cartoons often don't. That ship looked like it had weight.
Yeah.
And as it swung around and bumped into whoever sculpted that in the computer, understood some of the physics about what was going on. And I was like, that's good.
Right.
I really enjoyed the shit out of it.
I'm happy for Jason.
He finally made it to third base.
He's never been to third base.
Yeah. Well done.
Don't
forget to wash your hands, buddy. Crosshair discovers this and sets a trap for them, but clone Captain Hauser, who is loyal to Cham, warns the escapees of the trap and then confronts his fellow soldiers. Hauser is arrested, and the Bad Batch and freedom fighters escape. Rampart realizes that he has underestimated the Bad Batch and gives Crosshair permission to hunt them down.
Hell yeah.
The fact that Crosshair got out, or not outsmarted, but double played, I guess it would be.
Yeah, he got double played.
You could see they did a good job showing how pissed off he was.
Oh,
about it.
I love it when he gets mad, though.
Yeah,
I love it when he gets mad. Screw you, buddy.
And as we normally do Easter eggs for these episodes, but there was almost nothing in this whole episode. So we're just not going to.
There you go. We're going to next talk about the Loki finale. Episode 6, For All Time, written by Michael Waldron and Eric Martin, directed by Kate Herron. Miss Minutes tries to make a deal with Sylvie and Loki. They refuse. Renslayer leaves on a mission to find free will after Miss Minutes gives her information from the TVA's creator, He Who Remains. B-15 proves to TVA troopers that they are all variants by showing them a Renslayer variant who is the school vice principal.
Meanwhile, in the Citadel at the end of time, He Who Remains tells Loki and Sylvie that he ended a multiversal war between his variants by using Alioth to...
Aloth. I'll fight you.
Okay. To destroy alternate timelines and create the TVA to maintain this peace.
I'll stab you.
This whole interaction was full of so much tension.
Yeah.
Like the waiting for something to happen and listening to the story unfold like in real time. It's mostly just dialogue.
I for one love this episode.
Me too, but the internet, some folks on the internet are rightly pissed.
They wanted more action, right? And sometimes you don't get that.
Yep. I kind of like that sometimes you don't always get the thing that you're expecting.
Exactly. As he has grown weary, he offers them a choice. Kill him and risk another multiversal war, or replace him in overseeing the TVA and a singular timeline. Sylvia wants to kill him, but Loki pleads with her to stop.
That dynamic was interesting too. They both started out with the same mission, and then within 10 minutes of this conversation, they were at each other's
He
throats.
Who Remains, though, planted the seed.
Oh, for sure.
He planted the seed in her head. Can you even trust this Loki?
Right.
Son of a bitch.
They kiss, but Sylvie sends Loki back to the TVA headquarters. She kills He Who Remains, unleashing a multiverse with alternate timelines that the TVA cannot prune. At TVA headquarters, Loki warns Morbius and B-15 about He Who Remains variants, but they do not recognize Loki.
Dude, that tripped me out. The more and more I thought about it, the more and more I was like, that's fucked up, dude.
Right.
Like, he is not part of their timeline. Like, Morbius has no fucking clue who this dude is.
Right. The thing that I thought was slightly odd was they go to great lengths to explain that they won't, or to say that they won't be able to prune these divergence from the timeline, and gives no reason as to why.
Yeah, but I don't remember them saying that. I just read
They do.
Did they say that? Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't remember that.
Yeah. He Who Remains basically says once you do this, you can't prune everything off. He can't undo that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's the absence of his power.
Right. It begins to dawn on Loki what has happened. Loki is now in another timeline. He sees that a statue in the TVA of one of the timekeepers is now a statue of one of the Kang variants.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah, and it looks like the comic book version of Kang.
Yeah.
It was real fucked up.
Mm-hmm. So basically, Loki's now in the universe of Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what it appears they're setting up for season 2. As far as Easter eggs, the opening space sequence is a clear homage to Robert Zemeckis' Contact. In the 1997 science fiction film, it begins with a similar CG pullout from Earth into a known universe and beyond, while we hear clips of historic speeches and songs. These fade away until there's only silence, and then the camera reveals the universe has been inside the protagonist's eye. As Loki's opening trails off, we hear Sylvie shout out, "Open your eyes."
Open your eyes, motherfucker.
I don't believe she said motherfucker.
Well, she wanted to.
She wanted to.
You could. I'm just saying.
No, sure.
Kang's backstory is laid out there. You all right there? Mr. fucking punching the fuck out of the mic?
Me and this mic are going to fight tonight.
I think so, man. Kang's backstory, as laid out here, also pays tribute to the idea of the Council of the Cross-Time Kangs, which is both an assortment of variant Kangs from assorted timelines and also the people who battled/defeated them, and thus took on the mantle of Kang in their respective timelines.
Despite Jonathan Majors having signed on to play Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, he never actually identified here as Kang the Conqueror. In the credits, he's the Miss Minutes approved He Who Remains. The closest we get to him being called Kang is when he mentions that he's been referred to as a conqueror.
Yes. Kang isn't rocking any of his familiar comics looks here, although the color scheme is vaguely appropriate. But at least one of the miniatures he uses to illustrate his story appears to be.
Yeah. What was going on in the table?
Yeah, with the little fucking
like
little
the comic
bracelet
book
thing.
The multiversal war idea that plays so heavily throughout Loki also ties into John Hickman's Avengers run, where the multiverse has been collapsing into itself due to machinations of the Beyonders. As entropy destroys everything, various Earths are pitted against each other and are given a choice as to destroy the other one or both dying. While this led to a single world run by Dr. Doom, Reed Richards was eventually able to overtake him and bring back the multiverse.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know how much of that is going to carry on.
That's why I can't wait, man. I'm so excited for everything they're going to bring to this, and with the TV shows and the movies and how they're going to connect. I'm pumped, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pumped.
Lunar Girl wondering if Jason's still in the chat, but I'm pretty sure he got to third base, so he's probably gone.
Yeah, he probably, he's, don't touch me.
Yeah,
and then he fell asleep.
Either he's making a play for home or he's out.
After Renslayer decided she wouldn't be steered towards a complicated future with Kang in the pages of Marvel Comics, she betrayed him, then assumed the name Rebecca Torment, which we see printed on her diploma back on Earth when B-15 is introducing the TVA Minutemen to the real her.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
It's definitely was a fantastic show front to back.
Oh, I loved it, dude. I loved every bit. I'm probably going to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, I know that there are some people that have been upset about, this or that about it, but I was entertained like to the max the entire time.
Right. It was awesome.
I know a lot of people had a problem with Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I have liked every Marvel Disney Plus thing that they have put out, with the exception of Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
I'm just saying that given a chance, that movie it's a quality film.
Gave it a chance, fell asleep.
Yeah, but you didn't finish it.
I gave it a chance and I fell asleep.
Okay, but you didn't finish it.
Because I couldn't. Blinky.
Go back and finish
it. Blinky.
Go back and finish it.
Fuck.
That's, to be honest with you, that's one of the things that I don't care for about watching movies at home. When you go see a movie at the movie theater, you're in for a penny and for a pound. You paid for the ticket.
It's true. I agree with you.
If in the first 40 minutes it doesn't grab you, you're just going to go pee and then come back and finish watching the movie.
It's true.
But if you're at home, you have the opportunity to wander off or, decide that you're going to go make a sandwich and then forget to go back and watch it, or take a nap in the chair.
Hey. Sometimes the nap takes you, man.
That is the fucking truth. That is the fuck. At 40 years old, that is the truth. But some movies don't really take off until that second act. You know, sometimes you're an hour into a fucking 2-hour movie before it punches you in the neck. And this movie never really punches you in the neck, but it does throttle up quite a bit in the second half.
Well, if I can't get punched in the neck, I don't want to see it.
Well, I can punch you in the neck.
Oh
right
my God, you're so aggressive.
Dragon Buddy, I'm going to put Tomorrow War on tonight. That's a good call. I'm going to finish watching it when I go to bed.
Do it.
I shut it off last night. I want to say at like 10:15, and bedtime's like 9:30.
Right.
And I was struggling to go to bed. Even after I shut it off, I was like, I kind of want to get up and turn it back on. It's just really good. The Frank, more like punch you in the balls. It's that kind of party, huh, Frank?
Hell yeah.
Let's get into do you gotta go pee?
I really don't.
Oh, you let me know.
I think it's gonna be a short episode.
I think you might be right.
We've pushed through stuff pretty quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like that.
Well, you know, we had quite a few episodes that went longer than we generally like anyway. So
it's true.
A short one is in order.
It's true.
Lunar Girl says she's going to watch Rebel Roses talk about the origins of the Jedi.
I'm intimidated by the Frank.
Yeah?
Because he's a big Back to the Future guy, and we're going to read some stuff and talk
and he
about
wants
a few
to punch
things,
you in the balls?
And he might punch somebody in the balls.
Do it, Frank. Fucking do it.
Not me. Not me, though, Frank.
Come on. Man up.
No, I don't want to get punched in the balls.
Be a friend.
For you?
No, just in general. Just be a friend.
I was going to say, if you're going to say for Frank, I don't even know Frank, so I can't.
Well, take a shot in the nuts if that's what it takes.
Just to be Frank's friend.
Just to be Frank's friend. Frank might be your new best friend.
I don't know.
It's just going to take a shot in the nuts.
Take a shot in the nuts to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared.
At least it's not a shot in the mouth.
Whoa, that's how you get down the road.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying the rules of the road.
Rules of the road, my friend.
Frank's fist bumping you. Me and Lunar Girl listened to Rebel Roses the other night. We got to chat it up for a little while.
I was gonna and I fell asleep because Lunar Girl told me that she was invited in the chat and everything like that. And I was like, oh, okay, what time? And she told me what time. I was like, Central. I was like, what time is it? My time. And she's like, because I'm dumb. And she's like, here you go, dumb.
Yes.
And I completely spazzed it and I ended up falling asleep.
At about 8 o'clock, Brady is dead to the world.
Yeah. Well, because about that time is when my phone battery's about dead.
Uh-huh.
So I put my phone on the charger, I do it else, and then I fall asleep and fuck off.
Yeah, he's I'm almost guaranteed after 8 p.m. if I text him, I'm not going to get a response. So I don't even get mad anymore. Yes, I do.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, Back to the Future 3, directed by Robert Zemeckis. This is the cowboy one.
You can't wink with both eyes. That's ridiculous.
This is a
You are having a seizure.
No, this is a both eye wink movie.
No, it's not. It's so amazing. It's just one eye wink.
I'm really giving you a hard time about it. I like this movie, but of the 3 movies, it's definitely the 3rd movie.
Out of the 3 movies, as I've gotten older, this is now my favorite one.
Yeah, and I just don't know why.
It's so much. It's because I lived through 2015 and I didn't live in 1885. And this feels more authentic to 1885 than it did to 2015.
That's true.
That's bullshit.
On November 12th, 1955, moments after witnessing Dr. Emmett Brown disappear in his DeLorean, Marty has learned that he was transported to 1885. Marty and the 1955 Doc have received Doc's 1885 letter and use its information to find and repair the DeLorean so Marty can return to 1985.
Do you remember the guy who's from Western Union in the beginning of the end of part 2?
Mm-hmm.
What other shit has he been in?
I have no idea.
That dude's been in so much shit, but I just can't think of any of it.
He's just a character actor.
Yeah, he's a character actor, man. I love that dude. I've got a letter. or I've got something for you. And then he's like, a letter.
Yeah.
And he pulls out and you're like, oh shit, I thought I was going to get shot.
Have you seen or ever listened to the show Hollywood Babylon with Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman?
I've listened to an episode or two.
The Kevin's buddy there, Ralph Garman, also a character actor. In this show, they go way out of their way to shout out character actors' work, you know. And it's kind of a thing that most people tend to forget about.
Yeah.
But there are certain people that make a scene better just because of the thing that they do.
Happy Gilmore. Hey, you want to go to the Sizzler and get some grub? That's exactly who the fuck it was. That's exactly who I was thinking. Thank you so much, Frank. You're the fucking man.
Jackass.
Oh, jackass. That's fucking great.
It's the truth.
It is so.
But anyway, like I was saying, like we were talking about, there's a scene later on in this movie. There's the guy that was in or does the voice for some shit,
some cartoons.
Some cartoon characters that we all remember fondly.
I just can't think of their names. But I remember the voice so fondly.
I was relying on you to remember.
You were the one who asked me earlier.
And you're relying on me to know. And so here we are.
We totally dropped the ball.
Okay, moving on.
Although Doc's letter expresses his desire to remain in the Old West, Marty finds and photographs a tombstone with Doc's name, dated 6 days after the letter was written. The inscription states that Doc Brown was shot in the back by Buford Tannen, great-grandfather Buford Mad Dog Tannen, over a matter of $80 by his beloved Clara. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Eric, the price is wrong, bitch.
Marty travels to September 2nd, 1885 to save Doc arriving amidst a cavalry pursuit of native Indians when the DeLorean fuel line is torn. Marty hides the car in a cave only to be chased by a bear and knocked out. Found by his Irish-born great-great-grandparents, Seamus and Maggie McFly, he spends the night at their farm. At least his great-great-great-grandma didn't try to fuck him.
No, like how his mom
like
did?
his mom did in the first movie.
Jesus, bro.
Could you imagine?
Oh, no. No, I don't want to.
The poor guy. This is the therapy he would need. Okay, so both my mom and my great-great-great-grandmother tried to bone me.
Oh, my God. You're awful, dude. You're awful.
I didn't write that shit.
I'm just saying.
Take it up with Zemeckis.
The next morning, Marty arrives in Hill Valley and runs afoul of Buford and his gang. Buford attempts to lynch Marty, but Doc rescues him. Doc agrees to leave 1885 after seeing the photograph, but without gasoline, the DeLorean cannot reach 88 miles per hour.
Right.
And I taught Don something that he was unaware of in this movie, that during the scene where they're hanging Marty, he actually gets hung. Like, he's losing and gasping air because the rope slipped up to a place where it shouldn't have gone.
Right.
And he almost fucking died.
And when I watched it the second time, you can legit see the terror.
Yeah, like it looks like he's flipping out.
Yeah, and I imagine that they were like, this is good. We're going to have to use this.
This is so... Dude, you almost died. We got to keep this in there.
It looks really, really convincing. Doc proposes using steam locomotive to push the DeLorean up to the required speed to return to 1985, while he and Marty inspect a rail spur.
Hold on. That was something else I pointed out that not a lot of people notice when they go talk to the train conductor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking him how fast. He's like, well, I've gotten it up to 55 myself, but I'm sure if you got it on straightaway with flat track, high, you know, the hottest burning in hell in the fire, you can probably get it up to about 90. If you look in the background during that scene, they're unloading the clock from that goes to the Hill Valley Courthouse that has been in all three movies.
Yes.
And I'm not going to lie to you. For the longest time, I never noticed that.
Really?
I never noticed that. It wasn't until I was probably out of high school before I noticed that.
Yeah. I remember
And this
noticing that.
and this trilogy of movies is one of my favorite sets of movies.
Right.
So
I remember like poking my aunt and saying, "That's the clock."
oh really?
Mhm.
I never really noticed it until I got older.
While he and Marty inspect a rail spur, they spot a railway horse-drawn wagon.
A runaway.
Yeah.
Horse-drawn, right?
Runaway railway.
Not a railway.
Yeah, runaway railway.
Wow.
Row. Doc saves Claire. Doc saves Claire Clayton, averting her death from the original timeline, and they quickly fall in love.
She almost fell into Clayton Ravine.
She did.
But it's Shonash Ravine.
Right. Until she hit the bottom, and then it would be Clayton Ravine.
But she never hit the bottom. So it's still Shonash Ravine.
Neither did Doc Brown.
Doc Brown saved her life.
He never hit the bottom.
Doc Brown's a stud in this movie. Doc Brown is such a pimp in this movie, dude.
He is, but he never hit the bottom.
I'm just telling you. Doc Brown's a pimp in this movie.
Is there anything in this movie that makes you think that Doc Brown got to hit it? Like before the kids.
Oh, I was going to say the fact that there's fucking children at the end of the movie.
All this time that he's willing to pretty much fuck up his and Marty's life, you know, up until they get ready to bail. Do you think he'd hit it yet?
That's the only reason you would fuck up all that shit.
Yeah, maybe. maybe. Oh, Clara, how you doing?
Hey. Oh god.
There's your third base.
Oh shit. At a town festival, Buford tries shooting Doc, but Marty thwarts him because he throws the pie plate that was said frisbee in there, and he thought that was far out, man.
Yeah.
That was the best. So he throws the pie plate. Buford then challenges Marty to a showdown in 2 days. When does he want to do it?
Before breakfast.
After breakfast.
Marty wants to do it.
Marty wants to do it, yeah. Because Tannen wants to do his killing before breakfast.
Before breakfast. And Marty's like, I do my killing after breakfast. Like he's ever fucking killed anybody before.
Because you got to think, too, he's still in high school.
Yeah.
He's like, at the most, a high school senior.
Right.
Like, you ain't nobody, kid.
Right.
You ain't nobody. Getting all strong.
Yep.
Getting all strong because you got a colt. Buford then challenges Marty to a showdown in 2 days. An angry Marty accepts. Doc warns Marty to avoid being provoked by name calling and lets slip that Marty has. No, he doesn't. It says Doc warns Marty to avoid being provoked by name calling and lets slip that Marty has a car accident in the future. He doesn't let that slip. Whoever wrote this needs to be punched in the fucking sack.
Why? He does too.
No, he doesn't. He says that what's leads you to that accident. He doesn't say car accident. He says accident.
But isn't it a car accident?
It is a car accident, but he doesn't explicitly tell him that, is what I'm trying to say to you.
I gotta take a drink.
Why, Blinky? Why do you gotta take a drink because of that?
I just was taking
Stop hitting your mic.
The mic is out of line.
You're out of line.
You're all out of order. This whole courtroom's out of order.
I'm just saying, man. He didn't tell him it was a car accident.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Do you want me to delete the word car?
Yes. Next time, please do that.
That's right.
Focus. That is, wow. Very unprofessional on the show today. Doc's name is in the photograph is erased, but the date and tombstone still remain.
Tombstone. Speaking of Tombstone, what's your take on Tombstone?
Love that movie.
Me too.
Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer before he went crazy.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Doc arrives to bid Clara goodbye, but she spurns him. Who fucking uses a word like spurns? Believing his story about being from the future, despondent, or not.
Wow. You want to start all that over?
You fucked me all up.
I didn't even say anything.
That's why
I was just sitting here.
I know you used your little gypsy fucking curse you put on me.
I haven't used any of my gypsy curses.
Anyway, she spurns him, disbelieving his story about being from the future. Despondent, he goes to the saloon for a binge and passes out after one shot of whiskey. In the morning, Buford arrives and calls out Marty, who observes the photograph and sees Clint Eastwood on the tombstone. He refuses to duel Buford.
Right. He forfeits.
The big
I'm
Buford.
going to have to forfeit.
He ordered a big Buford.
Oh, those are so good.
They used to be good.
Well, you don't like them?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I don't like you.
Fair enough.
Doc revives and tries fleeing with Marty. Wait. Doc revive. Who wrote this? Did you go through this time?
He revives.
Please stop blinking.
I can't.
Oh my God. Doc revives and tries fleeing with Marty, but Buford's gang forces Marty into the duel. I'm just mad that I had to read that. That was just so fucking bad.
That sentence was bad.
Marty fools Buford into believing he fatally shot him, then knocks him into the wagon of manure. Buford is arrested for an early robbery. That we need to go over these a little bit more. I'll help you next time because this shit was bad.
Yeah, the thing about that scene that really makes that relevant is Marty takes the door off the furnace.
The furnace, yeah, and he ties it around and does what he saw in Back to the Future Part 2 when he was in Buford's or in Biff Tannen's hotel. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
He's in his hotel and he's watching the movie, the Clint Eastwood movie with the chicks in the hot tub.
Right. He
does exactly what happened in that scene in Back to the Future Part. It was super foreshadowing.
Yeah, it was a nice callback.
I love it.
So Buford falls in shit, which happens to every iteration of the Tannen family.
And he always shoots it out of his mouth. I hate manure. Oh, that's so gross, bro. It's so gross.
On the train for San Francisco, Clara overhears a conversation about how heartbroken Doc is.
Did you know that guy, he's like, I've been peddling this barbed wire all across this great country of ours. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to be, and his name is given credit as the creator of barbed wire in the show, in the movie.
Really?
He was supposed to be that character that created barbed wire and became like filthy fucking rich from doing it.
Barbed wire made somebody rich?
Would you believe it?
No.
Well, it did.
Good to know. Clara applies the emergency brake and walks back to Hill Valley. She discovers Doc's scale model of the time machine at his shop, realizing he was telling the truth. She rides after him. Using the stolen locomotive, Doc and Marty push the DeLorean along a spur line. Clara boards the locomotive while Doc climbs towards the DeLorean.
I love this whole scene, dude. This whole part of the movie is just some of my best stuff.
Is it?
That I've ever created.
Why?
Because, man, I really pulled it together, and I was like, you know what we need here? We need some hoverboards. We need trains. I really put this together.
So in this scenario, you are the director?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. No, that's good.
It is good.
Moving on.
Seeing Clara, Doc encourages her to reach him, but she falls, hanging by her dress. Marty in the DeLorean passes his futuristic hoverboard to Doc, and he uses it to save Clara, coasting away as the locomotive falls off an unfinished railroad bridge into the ravine. Did you know another fun little fact about that whole train going off the ravine?
Mm-mm.
That was it was a scale model.
Yeah.
It was like, I can't remember what scale it was, but it wasn't a real DeLorean and locomotive and shit like that.
You don't say.
Well, some people didn't know that. Fucking dick.
But it was a real hoverboard though, right?
No, it was a real hoverboard. Because remember your friend when you were growing up, the kid who was going to get one?
Yeah. Yeah, that bastard. If I see him today, I'll kick his ass.
I want my hoverboard.
I wish I knew what the hell that kid's name was. I'd call him up.
Look him up on Facebook and be like, where the fuck is this hoverboard?
I'm still waiting on my fucking hoverboard, you piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, I agree with the Frank. The music in this scene was amazing.
The music was good. It was very, it had a lot of suspense to it. Like, it was good. Marty is transported to 1985, arriving on the now completed bridge, and escapes from a powerless DeLorean just before it's destroyed by an oncoming freight train, which is awesome considering the freight train's about ready to go over a fucking canyon.
Dude, that scene made me so sad. Watching the DeLorean get destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, that I'd be so distraught. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
just the worst.
That was
ever.
when you knew that it was the end.
It was over, bro. It was over.
Mm-hmm.
So sad.
The timeline is returned to normal, and Marty finds Jennifer sleeping on the porch.
Marty has learned to no longer be goaded and avoids a street race with Douglas J. Needles, thus preventing the future automobile accident Doc warned him about, but didn't really warn him about. But
Right.
he warned him about it.
Car accident.
Jennifer opens the fax message she kept from 2015 and watches as the text regarding Marty's dismissal from his job as it disappears.
I think it's awesome that this was a fax message.
Yes.
And if it was now, it'd be like an email.
Yeah,
it
would be. It would be.
As Marty and Jennifer examine the DeLorean's wreckage, a steam locomotive equipped with a flux capacitor and operated by Doc, Clara, and their children, Jules and Vern, appears. Doc gives Marty a photo of them standing next to the town clock that was taken in 1885. Jennifer asks about the now blank fax, and Doc says it means that the future has not been written. Doc and his family say goodbye and depart in the locomotive, which lifts off the tracks before traveling to an unknown time.
Frank's my guy. My guy. He said that Needles was played by Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Very true.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Needles was actually one of the more interesting characters.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole trilogy.
I loved it. Frank, you're the man, dude.
You've gained all the respect needed from the big Lovin.
Yes. So punching the nuts away. Kapuya. We haven't had a kapuya on here in a while, and it was necessary. Frank did the kapuya.
You get punched in the nuts, it's worth a kapuya.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back, Frank. Hopefully you can stick around for more than just a Back to the Future episode, buddy. We'd love to have you in the chat again.
Definitely. So we've talked about this before. Like, this is become your favorite installment.
Yes.
Is there anything about this movie that you think is superior to the other ones, or just the nature of the story of this one is
I think it's the nature of the story has grown up. It's grown on me. It always felt more adult.
Mm-hmm.
It always felt more adult to me. And just as I've gotten older, it's just hit me in that way. Right. I don't know. I love Back to the Future 2 for the hoverboards and the Nikes and the flying cars and just all the future shit and being able to go back into a movie that we've already been a part of. Like, I love all of that about Back to the Future Part 2. It sets it apart from a lot of other movies. Because Endgame is one of the other few movies who got to go play with itself back in its own movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. But no, man, Back to the Future 3 was always my dad's favorite. Mm-hmm. And that might have a little bit to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're about what you normally poured.
No. There's still a whole glass that I'm not going to drink. I like this movie just fine. But if it were up to me, the first and the second one would be the one I'd more likely sit down and watch on purpose.
Yeah.
This one I would watch if I wasn't doing, like, if it was on, I would watch it. But I wouldn't seek it out. And I think it's because I have a distaste for the time period.
I'm not a big Western guy either.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Cowboys and Indians either.
Yeah. I don't care for Westerns, and I really don't care for that oh gosh, what is it? Is it the dawn of the Industrial Revolution when the women are wearing hoop skirts and they're got the stupid umbrellas and you're like your Frankly Scarlet, I don't give a damn, whatever time period that is. I don't fucking like it. I like even like movies that are made like sci-fi movies that like hop back into that time period. I don't like even the movie. I forget what it's called, but it's like about Jules Verne's and he builds a time machine.
The Time Machine?
Is that what the name of it?
I think so.
And it like sits in an alley, but it moves through time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually move.
Right. That's the Time Machine.
I don't like it.
Right.
I just don't fucking like it. And
Just
that's
Jen. Fuck hoop skirts, man.
fuck hoop skirts.
I love it.
How are you supposed to get busy in a hoop skirt? It's gonna take 25 minutes to get a woman out of that kind of apparatus.
It is an apparatus.
I just can't do it. And I think that is the part of this movie that I dislike the most. There's really nothing wrong with the movie.
No,
other than it there's a few things that I really stick with, like the Doc Brown getting fucked up off a one shot instantaneously.
He can't handle his liquor.
But he didn't process liquor yet.
He processed it like that.
Yeah. See, no.
Just let it go, man.
I know, but I mean, like, there's shit like that can fuck a movie up for me, and it doesn't do that to you. And we've discussed that tons of times. Like, what was the was it the intake manifold blew off of the fucking DeLorean when they tried to put alcohol in it?
I think so.
Which is insane because fucking bottled alcohol doesn't have as much power as gasoline in it.
That's why it blew it out.
No.
There was a combustion because there was still gasoline left, plus this new and it's kaboom.
Nope.
Fuck you.
So that kind of shit fucks me up in a movie, but I like this movie just fine. It just
because it's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
You can say the truth. It's a great movie.
It's a
great movie and a great trilogy.
It's a good movie.
I want to smack you. I want to smack your teeth right now.
It is a
great movie.
It is a great franchise.
Yes.
It is a good movie.
I'm a fucking motherfucker.
Fuel injection manifold, Frank says.
Frank knows what's up.
And the part of me that has worked on cars before goes,
it happened. It shot out the exhaust.
No.
But the time travel you were okay with.
The time travel makes more sense.
Oh, stop it. I hate you right now. I hate you.
Oh, you got anything else you want to talk about?
No, man, but
we wasted enough of these people's time.
Back to the Future, the trilogy is still great. We're ahead of all of the time of Back to the Future, but it's still a wonderful series.
Yeah, I love it.
You will hear more of Back to the Future from my side throughout this show because I love Back to the Future.
But this was the Phantom Menace of Back to the
Whoa,
Future.
dude, I'm seriously about to smack you in the mouth. You need to get your shit together. Clean up your life. You're living in a place you don't need to be a part of.
Before Brady socks me of my chiclets, everybody make sure that you like this video. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. It really helps people find the show. If you do, Brady will read it live on the show. And
I looked today. We haven't gotten any. Nobody's written a review through our Facebook group, the Escape Pod.
Nope.
Nobody, I checked today. Nobody left us one on iTunes. So I have no reviews to read.
There were a couple of comments on a couple of YouTube videos from somebody I interacted with on a chat thing.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you who they were. I've already forgotten, but
okay. Okay.
There was a couple of comments. Go to tpublic.com, get your Brady Lovin Strong shirt. Smack my mic.
Stop hitting the fucking mic.
I'm editing all that out.
No, you're not, because you've been doing it all fucking night. Oh, man.
Please make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media and interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Brady, tell these guys where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o 0 capital BIG _ capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. And once again, that's on Instagram and Twitter. Don, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
Well, first of all, that underscore is important.
It is important.
Just like at the beginning of the show.
Yes. I said it.
I know.
Oh,
I'm just saying it's important.
Oh, okay.
It's important.
It is important.
And you can find me as always at Jetfire1979 on Twitter, and I'm DellaSnooch on Instagram.
Nice.
You can find us and other great podcasts on the Red 5 Network at red5network.com.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you.
And go blue.
Go blue.
I gotta take a piss.
I bet you fucking do.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.